and thank you very much for joining this Global Microsoft 365 Developer Bootcamp, Hyderabad. And just to introduce, I'm Office Development MVP, MCT, and Modern Workplace Consultant. And thank you again for joining this session on getting started with SharePoint Spaces. So in this session, I'm going to discuss about how, as a developer, how to use SharePoint Spaces to create some kind of immersive mixed reality experiences to any and that will work on any device. So that is the agenda for today's session, and I will briefly introduce about the features what we can cover within the SharePoint Spaces. So before I jump into that, I just wanted to let you know about these sponsors. That thank you all the sponsors for having me and organizing, helping the community to organizing such events. So yeah, and before I jump into the session, I just wanted to briefly give you better introduction to who I am. So myself, Kirti, and I am Microsoft 365 consultant working as SharePoint architect, MVP, MCT, and along with that, I have been working with SharePoint since like 2007. So it is more than like 12, 13 years now. And by trade, I would like to myself a SharePoint developer. However, I would also call myself as an evangelist because I would also like to talk about and encourage the usage of M365 and SharePoint. So apart from that, I have been speaking in local and international community events and conferences, and I'm very passionate to share my knowledge in all possible ways just to help out the community. And the another way is evangelize SharePoint on my personal blogs, and it's involved in kind of writing ebooks and providing such training to the in-house developers team. And along with that, I'm an organizer of M365 Ahmedabad user group. Under this user group's umbrella, we are also organizing such boot camps, SharePoint Saturdays, and other workshops just to help out the local community and build a strong community. And we are just emphasize on sharing is caring. So this is all about me, and if you like to get a hold of me, then this is my contact information. You can get in touch with me on any social media platform, or you can just write me an email if you want, if you have something for me. So today, as a agenda, as most of you know that SharePoint Spaces, a new feature introduced back in 2018, and now that is available for the developer for SharePoint Online in preview mode. So SharePoint Spaces brings the basic fundamental is like it brings in mixed reality experiences and possibilities to interact with content using mixed reality headsets or without the headsets. So it gives you like immersive experience how the object will look like when you are using that. So you can also use or look around and interact with spaces without any headset. There is no need to like have a specific headset just to use that. So in this session, I'm going to discuss about what are SharePoint spaces, then how as a developer, what needs to be done before you start developing something for this SharePoint spaces. So uh, there is a kind of one feature implement enabled to set up the environment, and then I will explain what are the different scenarios where you can use SharePoint Spaces, and also explain one demo that I have created for this session. So I explain in that demo, and at the end of the session I will share the resource links from where you can get started working on it, and that will definitely help you to uh, uh, enhance your knowledge and learn something more apart from this session. So so first is what is SharePoint Spaces. So SharePoint Spaces is a kind of web-based immersive platform which lets you or user create and share secure and extensible mixed reality experiences. So you can see eventually this enables you to view and interact with content from every angle and visualize and manipulate data and product models in real time. So SharePoint mainstreams mixed reality that empowering everyone to create visually compelling spaces that are available to anyone, and it can be used from the any devices. And along with that, it is helping us to have this all the content as a cross platform, as it supports a wide range of mixed reality devices and web browsers, so you can use in any web browser on that. And it is made for creators. For example, if your team wants that a kind of mixed component like mixed 2D and 3D content, and then you want to create custom experiences that tells some story or something in stunning 360 view, then this is for that. And it is also secure and compliant because it is secure on Office 365 ecosystem, so that is there. And it allows us to integrate it and extensibility, since this is a kind of platform, and there are chances that when it grows over the time, you can also include the third party web part. So as a developer, the question should comes into mind that what if we want to implement our own custom web part, or want to add our own web part rather than using the out of the box web parts. So uh, I think as and when this grows over the time, then we could have the capability to add third party web parts and kind of extensions using the SharePoint framework. But I guess we have to wait for that as a developer. But that could be a kind of change we could see in a near future. And you can use this SharePoint spaces is a lot like building a modern site. So using that, you can create space and choose options such as what kind of structure. You can use the background and theme, and you can, as I mentioned, that there are out of the box web parts available, so you can add different web parts for your 3D objects, then 360 degree images and videos, 2D images along with the tags and many more. So I will explain that all in this demo. So before I jump into the setuping the development environment, I just wanted to brief you like the question should comes into mind that where we can use the SharePoint spaces as a developer. So there are few options available you can start with. So first would be kind of a simple virtual tools. So using SharePoint spaces, you can create a kind of, let's say for example, if you want to have kind of college orientation program or a tour for kind of new residential building, so you can use that as well. And using that, you can bring your team to your events with 360 degree videos, use 3D models, and then realize them actual view, what would be the actual view after implementing this one. And you can also use the drone footage of the field to showcase the actual situation. So I will demonstrate a few points from this into the demo. And as an organization, all members of your team feels included wherever they are using this kind of virtual tool. So they will feel that, okay, we are within the organization. And the second scenario I can consider as a, or second option, you can have it like a recruiting and more onboarding processes. So you can recruit or recruits or new employees can learn about a company in compelling 360 degree virtual welcome and orientation, include a 360 degree video message from leadership. So there is no need to like go into in person and you have everything on your desk. So you can use that, and using that they can navigate the campus or building with 3D maps and learn the organizational structure with an interactive organization chart and something like that. And apart from that, in organization, how we can use that. So the best example is you can use for the training. So because it makes creating and sharing training processes with 3D models and 360 videos simpler than ever. So there is no need to have a kind of extreme knowledge of how to create the objects and something uh, someone needs an expertise on that. So using that with mixed reality, you can build skills and experiences that are as close as you can get to the real life. And unlike expensive live training simulations, as I mentioned, that virtual experiences are more affordable and that can be repeated multiple times so that your employees or the company people have the practice they need to accomplish their work by looking into that. And the another one is that learning beyond the classroom. So SharePoint Spaces, frankly speaking, I am using for my kid now. He is in first standard, and in that school now everything is online. So I'm using SharePoint Spaces just to like give an idea about these shapes. So you can just move in 3D mode and 3D mode and explain every bit of the corner of the shape. So this will definitely help us to learning beyond the classroom. So why it is because creating learning experiences that capture student attention can be challenging in every classroom. So it is very difficult to like have their attention during this time. And displaying lessons or screen and paper doesn't always contain with real world distraction and varying. It depends like learning style how the instructor share his knowledge. So teachers can import visual lessons, visualizations, and videos that could include 2D, 3D, and 360-degree virtual tour kind of, and that will support their lessons and create a powerful, engaging learning environment. So this will help the student to understand in a better way. And the another one is you can unlock your creativity because there is no limit to use SharePoint Spaces. And the possibilities for how you use SharePoint Spaces are endless. So once you are start developing or like hands-on on that, you will realize that how it look like and how easy it is to implement such kind of scenarios. So these are the different options that help us to empower creators, or we can build immersive experiences with point and click. There is no need to have then some expertise knowledge on that. You just have to point and click from the browser. So that is how this is simple. So you can get started with smart templates to create a mixed reality environment complete with beautiful surroundings, ambient sounds, and kind of information. So I will explain that in the demo. So let me jump into that how you can set up the environment first. So I'm just opening my browser, and from where I can explain you that once you are developing such kind of, once you want to implement such kind of things, then what needs to be done. So there are two options that you can use this SharePoint Spaces. Vijay, are you able to see my browser?
Yes, yeah, Kirti. Yes, Kirti.
Okay, yeah, Jenkins,
Yeah,
thanks
yeah.
for the confirmation.
Thanks.
Yeah, so there are two options that you can use SharePoint Spaces in your existing site, or if you want to create new site, then you can also do that. So I will explain from the scratch. Let's say, for example, you don't have anything to use SharePoint Spaces, so you just create a new site, and you can create a communication site. You can give it a name, any name. You just need to create the site, and once you are done with that, and your site will be available, right? So if you click on the new, then you can see there is nothing to no option to create spaces for this site. So as I mentioned that you have to enable one feature. So once you into the site, go to site settings and open manage site features, and at the bottom of the page you will have this SharePoint Spaces option. So this will eventually allows users to create mixed reality spaces in a site. So I'm just activating it, and once it is activated, I'll just jump onto my home page, and now clicking on the new. So I'll have that option to create spaces for this site, right? So once I click on here, eventually it is going to create new page for me, and on that page I just have to name the page. So I'm just giving the namespace. So it will create the structure for us that this is how your virtual SharePoint spaces will look like, right? So you can see I can just use mouse clicking it in, and simply it is allowing me to move the objects whatever I can see. So this is how you can just enable the feature, and you are good to go with the SharePoint spaces development. Now, so this is the default page. Now, in as a developer, you can see this the ribbon is same like what we have for the SharePoint pages. So save as draft, then we have new feature, new component called space design, and here we have publish and feedback. This is common, and now here you can see if you want to have kind of full mode, full page mode, then you just have to use this. So now, what if you want to change this kind, the background of this or your template layout? So we have this space design, so you can click on that, and in the right side you will have the property navigation. From there you can change the structure of that. So by default it is structured with the gallery, so you can change it to amphitheater kind of. So still the background image is same, but we are just changing the structure, right? And here you can change the name as well, and if you want to add description, you can usually implement that. So let me explain that. Another thing is themes. So if you want to use dark theme, so you can see it's a gray color now, and if you want to change it, you can do that. And if you want to change the image, sorry. So as of now we have this image as a background. Now if you want to change it, you just click it, and you will have immediately as a preview in your background. So this is how you can change the background image as well. But what if you want, if you do not want to use that, where is the color? Yeah, if you do not want to use the image, then you can use the color as well, the simple color. So there is a drop down available just to have the different option you can select as per your requirement. And if you want to use 360-degree file information, you just click here and upload your file from any location. So that option is there as well. So for now we'll just go with the image, the default one, and you can pick anyone. So I'll go with this one, and you can just close it. And if you want some welcome message, then you can also have that. So if you want to add some kind of audio files, then you just click on that and upload your file from anyone. So I'm just selecting this media one and adding it. It will take a while based on what the size is of your media file, and then once it is there, you will be able to like autoplay or a kind of manual playing information or that audio file as a welcome message for the attendees or for the person who are looking into that page. So this is helpful when you just wanted to highlight something when user comes onto the page, and a kind of 3-4 liner information about this uh, the component which you have created for, right? So now I have that media file uploaded. So you have the button to just verify how it looked like previous preview. So you can hear the kind of voice, or this is just a voice in that, but you can have a kind of speech for that. And you can also change it from here if you want to change the file. So that is the option for welcome messaging. And if you want, let me make it known for now. And the beauty of this page or the properties we have is you can have the ambient sound if you want. Like for example, if you want to change it to nature, then you just click it and you will have that background beautiful nature voice, right? If you want to change it to wind, then rain. So these are the options that you can use as your default information for the structure and background and anything. So I'm just keeping simple, but yes, when you start looking into that, so these are the options that you can figure out that that will definitely help us to create like some immersive and a better user interface experience for as a developer or as attendee. So this is all about it, and now I'm just publishing it. So I'm good with this information now. Now what if you want to add some web parts? This is the structure we have prepared for now. Now if you want to add the web part, this is the same as we are adding this SPFX web part or out of the box web part on the page. So you just click on the edit page, sorry, edit link, and you will have this plus icon on the left side of the screen. Click on that, and it will give you a list of web parts. So as of now, I guess 10 web parts there, but this list would be kind of with more web parts available, and a kind of time we'll have that you can also create your third party the SPFX web part and deploy into that, and we will have that web part available into SharePoint Spaces. So for example, uh, let me give you one simple example. So if you want to showcase the hierarchy of your organization, then you can add this people web part. So you just have to spot the location where you want to add this web part, and you can just move your mouse up and down like the a button, then you will be able to check it. So in the left right side navigation, you can see what if you want to this is displaying the current user information. So one thing I want to update you on that. So once you select this, you can see this image is very far from the user as of now. So here you can see that the option is distance from the user in the bottom of the my screen, just below the task, just above the taskbar. So I can increase this number and make it like 7. Sorry, -5. Yeah. So you can like change this value, and based on your setting up, you can allow this car to be displayed in a better way. So what I was saying, like this information is getting who is logged in, so there is no need to write anything. This web part automatically fetch the user logged in and get their information available in as your Active Directory. So what if you want to change it and display some organizational chart for this user, right? So you just edit that, and let's say if you want to add username, right? So you can see that this is the hierarchy of the user. I have added one user name, and above that the senior project manager is there. So this all the information coming from your Office 365 tenant where you have managed user and association with that user with the designation. So that is there. And if you want to have alternate text available, so you can just have that in this alternate text property. And if you want to add a kind of podium, so as of now you don't see any kind of podium for this web part. So once I select this on, you can see a kind of black color podium just uh, below this web part. This is helpful when you want to add some more. Let's say for example, if I want to add some text here, then I'm just selecting the custom web part text, and I'm just adding this. organization. That's it. I just wanted to share it. And then you can bring in this front of this, right? And you can just adjust as per your podium size. And from here, the user who is accessing this site can understand, okay, this is the text and this is the information I can see related to this only. So this is how you can use this different web parts. So another web part I can explain that you can use the document library, but I'll show you on another one. Then you have the 3D objects. So yeah, 3D objects, I can give you an example on that. So once you in this window, you will have the options out of the box available 3D catalog. So you can just click on that 3D catalog, and it will load with uh, yeah. So these are the options available out of the box. So you can pick in anything like if you want to have some animation or a kind of gadgets. So let me have this surface, this one, insert it, and it will load your object. So once this is far from the user, but once you click on that, let me publish it. Once you click on that, it will come like this, and using mouse you can just move up and down, right, left, and you can see each corner of this product or the object you have on your page, right? So this is the another option that you can use. And what if you want to move to the questions would come like, what if I want to have something trigger on when I click on this text box, right? Text box or something like that, or another control you have used. So once you are added this and yeah, we have the properties called actions. So for now we don't have anything, but what if user wants to click on that and I want to trigger something? So in add an action you have this different options like link to another space. That will be useful if you have created more than one spaces and you just want to redirect user from one space to another space by clicking on that, then use this. Or if you want to play a audio, then you can use play audio. And link to page or item. So it may possible that you want to redirect user on some detailed page, then you can use that. So let me go with this play audio, and I'll upload that the same one, same media file I have used earlier. So I'm just adding that, and once it is uploaded, I will be the user will be able to like play an audio when user clicks on this link. In another demo where after this I will explain you that I have created a kind of virtual event a kind of scenario. So I have used some of the component over there. And if you want to have autoplay audio, then you can just make it on. But for now, we just use with the default one. I'm just republishing it. And so once I click on that, the media file will, the audio will be available for the users, right? So that's the trigger that we can put it on any web part or any object we have used on this space. So another example is you can use the image or video. So these are the web parts that can be used for your SharePoint Spaces and make it like a beautiful experience just to interact with users, and user will be glad that okay, I want to go again and I want to learn something or have some idea on that. So this is one thing. And I have created one another uh, uh, a kind of a scenario, as you can consider that what if you want to have kind of virtual event, right? So for example, in one event, what are the steps we are manually like generally following? Like we have a kind of welcome information from someone from the company, and then we could have the keynotes. So keynotes could be recorded or live, whatever the media we are using. And then you can have the speaker information, like what are the speakers available for this event. So for simplicity, just I have just keep one, but you can definitely have a kind of page where all the speakers information available, and once you click on that, that speakers detailed information will be popped out, or you can redirect to some another spaces from where the attendees can see, okay, these are the speakers, and these are the topics they are going to share with us. And as I mentioned that there are 3D objects, so you can create a kind of creative experience for your kids, or for training, just to like have them interactive conversation with sharing the information and learning new things. So that is why I have kept that. And you can also add your file. So I have added my presentation file here. So once I click on that, it will ask me a couple of points like where I want to open this. So I'm just clicking on this PowerPoint object. So you can see it will ask me to save to the SharePoint start page, or open in new web. So for now, I'm just clicking on that, and it will allow me to open this in the browser. So from here, I can just look into it and get it done for whatever the work for me using this PowerPoint slide. So this is one example of how to add the files and objects. And another example I have used is what if you have the document library, and uh, from where you want to showcase the what are the documents stored for the users. So I have added one document library here, and you can just use your mouse just to have a kind of scrolling information, and you can just click on any document. It will be available as a like same as a PowerPoint slide, and you can open it in a new way. So from there you can read the document and follow the steps or complete your task. So this will help us to like create a kind of interactive user experience and get everything from one place. So there is no need to create a kind of separate areas. So as I mentioned that you can also add the videos. Uh, and here on the global Microsoft 365 Developer Bootcamp. So let me click on the video first. So once I click on that, it will start the video, and so user can get in all the information about this, about the specific event or the conference for which this space has been created. And once you click on the global Microsoft 365 Developer Bootcamp link, it will open that image in an emboss mode. So this is a just image. And again, if you want to have kind of another video for keynote, that is there. So if I click here, I can see the nearer uh, object is very nearer from with the user. So this is how you can use this spaces. And let me go back to this. Yeah. So I was mentioning that you can create the library or add the library web part. So I'm just editing this, the existing one. So I can explain that the limitation for this library web part is we cannot display images as of now. And the other option, what if you want to have this up and down rather than right and left stereoscopic, so you can change it from here. So top to bottom instead of left and right. And if you want to have your alternate text, you can. So most of the the settings are common for this web parts. So if you want to have this podium, then you can just make it on, and you can also have the trigger. So link to another page, play audio, link to item. So these are the options that you can have. So I'm just republishing it, and yeah. So now I'm just refreshing the page. So I have set up a kind of welcome message as a audio file, and I can eventually walk you through how it will look like when user tries to access it. So so this is your welcome message along with the default content. And once you are done with that, you can just start your welcome video from where user can find like what this event is about. And then you will have the keynote. So again, you can have some keynote video uploaded. So I am using same video for this demo. And then you can explain this speaker information or the sponsors information as an image, or you can also redirect from this space to another space from where attendees can get more information on that. And then you can have some uh, kind of Webpass information or kind of presentation or brochures from the product, which can be shared with these attendees and provided by the sponsors. And then you can share this content regarding all the sessions you are organizing. So all the contents can be available from a specific document library, and then there is no need to go into that, and user just click whatever they are looking out for and just open it and download it. That's it. Yeah, so this is how you can use this SharePoint Spaces. And as a developer, yeah, we are looking out for a option there. We can upload our own custom web part and add it into the SharePoint Spaces. Yeah, so this is all about the demo. And apart from these, as I mentioned, that you can also have this kind of uh, yeah, scenarios like office virtual tour. For example, you can add a lobby as a starting space, and linking other spaces if you want with the 360-degree images for other spaces in your office. And you can introduce and some help text on the way to tell people where everything is available for them. And then onboarding processing for new employees, and then visual team introduction with people, what their roles, and some fun facts. As I mentioned, you can use the people web part, and you can introduce your team with other peoples as well. And if you want to have some kind of product information with documentation, so I'll let you know very quickly on that. So for example, if I want to add one more object, let's say for example this is my product. So I'm just adding that heart. So instead of this, you can also have a kind of object which can explain that. Just republishing it. And this is just an example, but it could be anything. Like you can use any product just to demo it with attendees, and they can get in touch, like get more information about whatever the product you are explaining. So one scenario is that you can have this product information or documentation links. Once you click on here, the user will be redirected to somewhere else and get more information on that. And another videos, if you want to have that, you can also share with that using these objects. So this is all about this. And If you want to have some hands-on, then these are the resources you can follow, and you can get more information about documentation plus all the web parts. I have not mentioned all the web parts or explain everything what comes in each and every web part, but yes, you can take into all the documentation and get more information on what other web parts are useful and what content you can implement using that. So these are the resource from where you can get all the information. Yeah, and thank you very much for having me and sparing your time. And I hope you learn something new and understand how this SharePoint Spaces works. And please complete this survey form, and that will definitely help us to improve our upcoming events and what things to be done as a speaker, as an organizer, or what we can do more for the attendees. Thank you. And let me know if you have any questions, and then
Yeah, okay. I believe no questions. Okay. Thank you, Kirti, for your time and the wonderful session
yeah,
with a nice demo. Thank you very much. And thank you for the audience who joined for this session. And we have a next session. It's at 1:30 p.m. Go for lunch and come back. Just relax and come back. It's sharp. We start with 1:30. Please join at 1:20 like that. Then there is how to use Microsoft Graph Toolkit, but now it's growing as a new product. You can join and learn more about that. And afternoon we have another four sessions. First one is how to use Microsoft Graph Toolkit. Second one we go with presenting by uh, sorry, Manoj. Then the third one is Jay Kumar, and fourth one is Rick. Okay, so you can wait for that. Uh, Please come and join at 1:30 p.m. The next session. Thank you.
yeah, Jenkins,
Yeah.
can I have 1 minute more?
Yeah, sure.
One
Yeah,
more minute.
obviously.
Yeah, I forgot to mention one thing. Just wanted to highlight that.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry about that. So
no
you
problem.
can use Microsoft Teams as well. There is no need to like have this in your this SharePoint site, but you can use Microsoft Teams, and you can create teams from your team, and you can also activate that feature and add your Microsoft this SharePoint Spaces into Microsoft Teams. So the experience will be same as what you can see in this. Yeah, build virtual event. So I have already created one. So that will look like, yeah, so in Teams, you can also have a kind of similar experience. So there are simple steps. So you can just join or create a team, create new team, build a team from scratch. You can have it private or public, give it a name. And once your team is created, you will be able to open that team in SharePoint. So from there, you can just go to your teams and open in SharePoint, and then you will be able to add these spaces or objects on your SharePoint space. Yeah, Jenkins, that's it. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Just stopping the recording. Thank you.